এশিয়ানেট নিউজ বাংলায় আপনাদের স্বাগত। আমি সৌম্য গঙ্গোপাধ্যায়। আমার সঙ্গে আছেন এই মুহূর্তে ভারতের অন্যতম সেরা প্যারা ব্যাডমিন্টন খেলোয়াড় পলক কোহলি। পলক, ওয়েলকাম টু এশিয়ানেট নিউজ।
Hi, thank you so much.
হ্যাপি নিউ ইয়ার পলক।
Happy New Year.
হাউ আর ইউ পলক? হাউ আর ইউ ডুইং দিস
I'm good.
ডেজ?
I'm good and everything is well.
Palak, in cricket we have Virat Kohli, and in badminton we have Palak Kohli. So you have been an inspiration for all of us, for nothing just for the sports person or sports fraternity. All of us seems inspired by you, find inspiration from you. So how would you like to describe the journey so far? You are still young, but you have gained a lot of experience in life. So how would you like to describe the journey?
I think, well, talking about my journey and stepping up into badminton, I think it's just a blessing, and I think it was meant to be. And since the time I was born with a disability in my hand, and but I never knew that I had a disability because I was inside the nutshell of my family. The moment I stepped outside from my house, I entered into social arena of going to school, going to playgrounds and all. That was a time when I used to see people were having a very negative attitude towards me. They used to touch their ears in the tradition like कि अरे भगवान ऐसा किसी के साथ ना करे. And there were some other things like they never let me try any new sport because they used to say me that it's not a cup of your tea and you may get yourself more hurt. And but the things went on like that, but I had my family to support me. One day in 2017, when I was going out of a mall with my family, I met a person on the way and he just asked me, like, what has happened to your hand? And I was very familiar with such questions because anybody who passes by was very curious to ask that. So I just told like it's by birth. Then he specifically told like ऐसे para sports होते हैं and you are very young and if you'll start up with para badminton you can do wonders. I was very surprised and I was very shocked at the moment where everywhere I meet people who say me that it's not meant for me, it is not for me. Today somebody is approaching me and saying that I can do wonders. For me it was unbelievable at to believe in that words that moment of time. My mother took the contact and um, after a few days I was asked in my family that do I want to start up with the sport or what is about my interests and all. But I wanted for me I always wanted to start up with sports, but having so many experience that it's not meant for you. It's um, आप रेफरी बन के देखो and other things. It never allowed me to take that initiative to start up of thinking to take a decision that I want to start up with a sport. After 8 9 months, there was a handball competition in my school, and the game was newly introduced. And we just went to the ground, and we were just standing in the queue, listening what the rules of the games are and how long it will take, and what are the rules and regulation of the match. So meanwhile, one of my teachers, she called me aside and she told me like, Palak, it's better for you to concentrate in studies. There are some quotas for people with disabilities and for with the help of which you can get a good job and you can secure your future. I got very sad and because stopping me by just seeing my disability which is visible was something always very demotivating for me. And stepping up into age of an adolescence period, it is start taking things very seriously, and I became very sad and um, I was emotional because everywhere, every time, I was thinking of trying anything new, I was always pulled down, and I was rather told that it's not meant for me, and if I'll play, I will maybe I'll hurt my another arm as well, and maybe then I won't be able to do anything. And for a girl, it's important to secure your future and by getting a good job. But after this, I just had one positive thing with me that I got a contact and somebody told that I can do wonders in para badminton. Let me try up with that sport. If things went will go good, then maybe I can make a change and there will be a change in my life. And if not, then also I'm at the same stage. Then when I went back to my home, I told my parents I want to start up with para badminton. They were very surprised, but when I kept on insisting them, then they started taking it seriously. My father and my mother, they lost the contact. Then we tried to contact through social media and all. Then we got to know that the person whom we met was Gaurav Khanna sir, who is the first Dronacharya awardee for para badminton and the head national coach of Indian para badminton team. And it's just like we say that the world is round, and I met him before that as well, but I didn't knew what the importance of the sport is, or who he was, and what that I can really do wonders, and I didn't had any self belief. But it's life, and after so many things, it's just like a circle, getting back and stepping up into sports. Then, when my father had a contact with Sir, then we made a plan and we moved to Lucknow the very next weekend. And then I started out with my journey in the end of 2017 and starting of 2018 of holding up of a racket to where I am today. And then slowly and steadily, Sir started making step by step targets for me. Then I wanted to play nationals, were about to held in 2018, only just after 3 months. The nationals were in Varanasi, but Sir didn't allow me to play those nationals. I was sad that why he's not letting me to play. And then he told me that his target for me is to become the national champion, and I'm not prepared for it. And he wants me to concentrate upon my training, and he will tell me when it's the right time for me to come in front of everybody and to take that tag of national champion as well. So then I didn't play those nationals, and then in 2019, it was the first nationals when Sir told me to that I will be playing, and I was very happy and excited. And in that, I became the national champion of juniors, senior singles, senior women doubles, and I became the runner-up in mixed doubles. And then we started up with our journey of international tournaments step by step, and with planning, because we didn't had much supporters at that period of time. So we went to few tournaments which were nearer to Asian countries and all. And then we made step by step target how to qualify for Paralympics for Tokyo. And I have Wilspun with me for supporting me throughout the journey. And then I became the youngest athlete in the world and the first female athlete in para badminton to play semifinals in the Tokyo Paralympics. And then the journey goes on, and yeah.
Just you said you are doing wonders. So, uh, who else, who apart from your family members and coach, helped you throughout the journey so far?
I think it's basically my family, my coach, and my another family, which is of our para athletes. We all stay together, we all enjoy together, we eat together, and definitely um, all our supporters and everybody they support, I would say. It's the
Palak,
blessings of everyone and the close one that counts.
and do you think that who tried to say that you cannot play the sports, they helped you? They motivated you?
Yes, I can say, because at that period of time as a child, it's like I have to take a revenge. I have to prove myself
Yes.
now. वो हम एक जिद ले लेते हैं उस पीरियड ऑफ टाइम पे, एंड हम लेते हैं यार अब इसे तो करके
You,
दिखाना
you,
है.
you, you proved them wrong.
Yeah, yes. So it's like it's the period of time we take things. When we are in a situation which is bad, we think that it is the worst situation for us. But the moment we are out of it and days goes by, then we recall those things and we laugh at ourselves only that how we took those things. So I think this one I would say during that phase I was very sad and I used to feel because whenever I wanted to try something, I was always pulled down. And we all are human beings. Everyone is having some or the other weakness in them. But
Yes.
people with disability के साथ ये होता है कि उनका जो disability होता है वो उनका abilities देखने से पहले वो दिख जाता है.
Yes.
So that's the only difference I would say. And second thing is like as we grow, as we get mature, then we realize that everything, whatever happens, it is meant to happen. And I think there is good in everything which has happened and which will be happening as well.
Right. Palak, 2024 is Olympics year. So how confident you are about qualification for the Paris 2024?
Yes, definitely. I have my eyes for 2024. But after the Tokyo Paralympics, we had our Asian Para Youth Games where I became a triple medalist.
Yes.
And after that, I had several issues with my health and all. And suddenly, I was diagnosed with a bone tumor. And I could not play for a long period of time. And I started up with my journey back to the international tournament just last year in 2023. That was that were the events for qualification for Paris. And in the last year, I have won 12 international medals as well, which I would say was my comeback year. And definitely, I have my eyes for Paris, and I will be giving my best.
Yes. Okay, Palak, other players have the ability, or I should say they have the facility to hold the feather in one hand and then serve with another hand. But you don't have that. You have to hold the feather in one hand and do the serve with the same hand. How difficult it is?
I think that difficulty is just a state of our mind. And the moment you think that you have to do, you have no other option to do. And when you figure out that you have to do it anyhow, then you figure out all the possible ways how you can do it. So I don't think so. I think it's a uniqueness.
Now you are used to do it, but when you started, how difficult it was for the first time in 2017 when you started?
Yeah, it was little difficult, of course. But whenever I used to try and all, then I was being always told by sir that it will fall and you have to learn it. And I could see other players also around me with some for different disabilities, some
Yes.
in on wheelchair, some having polio, some amputee, some like me only. So that was also a source of inspiration for me to keep on trying. And I think for me to start off thinking of medals at Paralympics and to make my India proud and to hear the national anthem at the podium, it was the first step which I have to take. So, yeah.
So, Palak, you are still very young. So, what are the things you like except badminton? What are your hobbies?
There are my hobbies like just to draw sometimes, just to paint sometimes. But my passion for sports is everything. So, whatever I like in my hobbies, also, it is also related to my sport only. Making my plans and sticking them into room and so that I have a target in front of my eyes and all. So just doing my creativity towards my passion.
And Palak, which venue is favorite for you outside India?
Which
Which venue you like most outside India, or which place?
um I like every place is good and every country, every city has its own uniqueness. But the most that I like is Tokyo.
Palak, any message for your fans?
Yeah, I would say them to just keep on believing in themselves because believe is something that really counts a lot. And if you will believe in yourself that you can do anything, then I don't think so anybody can stop you from achieving that. And my disability, I don't consider as a disability, rather, it's a super ability which I have got the wings to showcase my talent. And I would say to each and every girl to just keep on doing the hard work towards your goal in the right path. And one day or the another day, you will definitely get success and all the dreams of your life will definitely come true. But never lose hopes.
Thank you for your time, Palak. All the best for you. Hope you will get a medal from Olympics.
Thank you.
আমাদের ভিডিও ভালো লাগলে লাইক এবং শেয়ার করুন। কমেন্ট সেকশনে গিয়ে জানান আপনাদের মতামত। আরও ভিডিও পেতে আমাদের চ্যানেল সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন এবং প্রতি মুহূর্তে খবরের আপডেট পেতে প্রেস করুন বেল আইকন।